Yeah, what's up guys, it's Codiris, and I finally got around to making my For Honor video. Like fucking last week, my Bannerlord video, I said I'd cover some more games from E3, and I've really been lacking on that fucking shit. So, finally got around to it. And what I'm going to be talking about during this video is the For Honor combat system, and a little bit of what's been released, how the story is going to be. Basically, what I have is I have the Ubisoft site pulled up, so don't worry. I'm not feeding you any Force Tribe dumb made up bullshit or speculation. I have the actual kind of story campaign tidbits they have for each of the apparent 3 campaigns, and I'm just going to go over them just so you can have a sense of it. Now, first things first, what we should get into is that during this video I am going to go over the combat system and the story campaign tidbits, but I'm also going to go over things that I think might be or should be improved upon, adjusted, tweaked, what I think could make the game an overall better experience at launch. Also, keep in mind that I'm pretty sure this game is scheduled for release in February of 2017. So, guys, there is definitely a good chunk of time left in development. Things are subject to change, and we need to keep that in mind. You know, this is not the final result. Now, anyways, I love first of all, love the feel already. If just from watching, feels very Dynasty Warriors-esque, just without the kill counter, with how you just chop through legions of baddies up until you hit the captains or these mini bosses. Now, let's get into the battle system. It is called the Art of Battle, what you're seeing right now, and what it is you can attack from 3 directions. Basically up, left, and right. Now, basically what that means is an overhand swing, or an overhead swing with the axe, or a wide swing from the right, or a wide swing from the left. Now, what's pretty interesting is, as you're seeing here, you can actually see where the enemy is putting up their guard or putting up their pose to strike. So it seems pretty interesting that they actually show you that, and it isn't just based on what their model looks like. I think that from the get-go removes a lot of the headache or the cheesiness or the cheese you might have to deal with if you were just banking on what the enemy models were doing. Because in the middle of battle with a system like this, it is really just much nicer to see that little red mark of where they're going to hit and see that little white mark of where they're guarding. And I think that's really going to play into the mind games, because online I'm sure that you can feint opponents with this battle system. Now, there are light attacks and heavy attacks, so you could do a heavy overhand into a light horizontal, left or right, or vice versa. So that's going to be pretty interesting. There is a guard break and there is a dodge, so those are 2 things you can do. Just so you know, so I can tell you how the controls would be or how you would use it. This battle system, you would guard with the right stick, and I'm assuming that's also how you would aim to attack. So if you're guarding left and then you press the attack button, you will then attack left. Same thing for upper hand, same thing for right. There are active feats, which seem to be like small buffs or bonuses. There is a legitimate guard mode. Obviously there is a guard break for those stubborn bastards that guard for way too long. And dodge, I'm assuming, is pretty nice to counter heavy attacks. Now, anyways, besides that, let's get into that in and of itself pretty simple, but all in all pretty interesting. First off, one little thing I kind of feel is lacking or lackluster. In the beginning of this, when there were many I guess we can just call them grunts attacking, if you go through and watch other videos and really comb through the audio, since my voice is kind of dominant in this video, if you'll go and look it up and really just listen to it, it doesn't seem that chaotic. The sound of battle, you don't hear like this almost constant drone of swords clashing with swords, or swords hitting metal shields, or screams of people being killed. That doesn't really hang in the air or feel as thick in the air as I think it should. Now, obviously, this is all subject to change. This game's looking phenomenal. I just think it would be pretty nice if the grunts and the battle sound was improved upon, was made a little bit richer, deeper, thicker. Also, blood feels a little bit lacking. I really do feel like this is just a early development kind of thing. I really honestly do think they're going to be adding in nice little splashes of gore here and there. But nonetheless, let's bring it up. You know, that's what I'm here to do. Would be nice to see a little bit more blood. You know what I'm saying? I just think it would add to it. Now, let's get into some of these story tidbits. So this is what we have. It's, again, if you want to look this up, just type in For Honor. Type in For Honor Ubisoft. Get on their main site. You can all read it up yourselves. Just my excuse because I'm too lazy to put it in a link. But, so yeah, anyways, let's get into it. I'm basically gonna read it off for you real quick. The quick, like, little tidbit descriptions for each campaign. There's 3 campaigns. Oh, and just so you know, guys. Sorry, I had a good just so you know, there is a playable single player or 2-player co-op, or 2-player co-op online, or split screen. Just so you guys know that. Now, let's get into some of the story tidbits. So, the Kenzai. Forgive me if I butcher. This is the Samurai campaign. Forgive me if I butcher this. The Kenzai in the story campaign. Kenzai was a rapidly rising commander in the Emperor's service, but an unfortunate habit of speaking truthfully caused him to be exiled. Apparently, he still had many loyal friends who want to see Kenzai's honor restored. Very interesting. Sounds pretty cool. I like that. I like how they're pulling, putting honor as a factor into this. As we know, Samurai is really big on the honor thing. And I definitely feel like either the end battle of this campaign or a big plot arc is going to be having to fight and then killing the Emperor. For redemption and all that good shit. Next up, the Raider, which is the Viking. The Raider is a fearless but rage-filled warrior that wants to unite the Warborn clan so that they may pillage all the other factions. This pretty cool. Can definitely already tell. Early game is going to be you fighting maybe other Vikings and maybe other nondescript Vikings, uniting the Warborn clans. So fighting other Vikings to unite up the clans to then go and fight the other factions. Right here we have the Warden in the story campaign. The Warden is a courageous and talented young knight. But after years of fighting endless battles for no worthy cause, the Warden has begun wandering, seeking a purpose equal to his talents and genuinely worth fighting for. That search comes to an end in Ashfeld among the warriors of the Blackstone Legion. This seems pretty interesting. A little bit vague. Can't wait for some more knight gameplay. Me personally, really into the knights. But yeah, don't worry. If any other major news comes up or any news worth reporting, I will definitely cover more For Honor shit. If you've watched this far, that's all I have today. If you've watched this far, really honestly, thanks. It means a lot. If you like the video, like it. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe and suggest in the comments what game you'd want me to go over. Anyways, have a good day.